Hello, I'm Joshua Waxter, and this is my presentation on my karting game that I made with Unity. So today we'll talk about some of the code, some of the Unity stuff, and then we'll do a quick playthrough as well. Before we start into that though, here's my game uploaded to the web. So my final build I did of my game was a web GL version, and then I shared it through the community site. So it's up and available. I'll try to link um, the site here in my discussion post along with this video. So if you're interested, feel free. Go ahead and play it. Let's get into some code. So this game came with a kit, and then you put a bunch of stuff together and then added your own code and did your own effects and all that stuff. So lots of scripting here, not all typed by me. So get that out of the way. So we have some cart inputs, working on accesses and controlling the cart, base inputs which work with that cart input. We got time displays, which are running lap times and tracking best lap times and resetting lap times and all that fun stuff. Yep, and counting what lap you're on. All of that stuff. We have cart animations for wheels turning and shocks moving, and yeah, stuff like that. Yep, which wheels, each wheels. Cart bounce, a little bit of physics stuff here, so how much it's going to bounce, how much it rotates, stuff like that in the cart bounce. So vectors and stuff like that for that. So here are some of the cart kind of settings. So acceleration, reverse speed, how much coasting drag, so how fast it'll slow down if you're not moving, how much gravity is added to the cart, suspension, so how bumpy the cart is, and then yeah, numbers for all of that, and a bunch of math, rigid body, yeah, moving the vehicle for hitting power-ups. I've got a couple power-ups in my game, the version that I built. Yep. We got target objects displaying stuff. We have pickup objects, what happens on collect and displaying. So the version of the game I'm running is a checkpoint version. There are also lap versions, and there are also other objective ones similar to the checkpoint versions, but you could put down obstacles and collect them and have a certain number you need to collect or drive over in order to win as well. So here's more. Here's objective reach targets. Talking about a little of that. Academy, that's a big one. So the software had background stuff for machine learning agents or for AI drivers to race with you. So I had to do some setup in order to get those guys all in and working. I'll cover that more in the Unity stuff, but here's some of the code for that. So this code I didn't write, but it was necessary to get the enemies in there. Which ones did we get? Crash object, similar stuff to other object collides. We got lap objects, cart agent is another one we'll cover here. So a bunch of stuff about cart agents and their stats as well, and they do steal, or they are a child of the other cart, so they use those same stats. So they don't have their own independent acceleration, stuff like that. You can go in and modify that if I was to keep working on this game, that'd be one thing I'd do. All the agents I have are similar, but you can go in and there are a few different carts you can unlock once you've uploaded and did some stuff through Unity. They'll gift you some skins for different vehicles. So if I was to spend some more time, I'd give each AI a different vehicle, more different colors, and a few different stats, like a little maybe slower acceleration but higher top speed and stuff like that. So real quick and dirty there on the code, but let's go into Unity. So here's Unity. Here's the game. We'll go through a basic rundown of the things that are in here, and then I'll go into some details of stuff that I went a little extra on and tweaked. So it comes with the Roadster. So this is the player, and originally it came with a cart, but I swapped out for a Roadster gentleman here. And so that comes with your cart collider, wheels, tires, cart body, the player. Then the player comes with, all the body parts, hips, legs, spines, and you go all the way up to head, and then there's arms on the shoulders. So you build the whole gentleman there. We'll zoom in here. Maybe look at a head. So those are all the different parts of the racer. The ML, or machine learning agents here, are the same. The 4x4s for the vehicle type that I gave them. So I wanted them just to look a little bit ominous and evil. Event system, background music. The main camera for the game, that's the one that follows the driver. Billboard camera. So billboard camera, you can see it up in the sky here. It looks down at the finish line. And that camera is hooked up to this billboard I put in. And on the canvas there, the canvas visual is set to display what that camera is seeing. So you'll see yourself take off from the starting line, and then if you're looking as you come around the corner, you could see yourself finish as well. So we have the actual finish line as well, and start line. Technically, this one's set up for checkpoints, so you finish when you go through the third ring there. Agents. Did a lot of visual work here. So yeah, agents I made dark and ominous. They're kind of green, little wicked witch of the west kind of look in there. Not necessarily on purpose, but yeah, I gave them hats and stuff like that. So those are all additional features. We got directional light. We got oval track, and in the oval track is each kind of section of track here. So let's get a sky view here of some of the track. So this piece of track I pulled out and swapped out, and I just kind of left it in the game there. I may just, delete it. Close that for later. We got turns, we got some straightaways, we got curves, we got more curves. They're not necessarily in order because I did a bunch of swapping out. So we got a ramp at the end there, we got a spiral, and then we have some speed paths. One near the finish line, one at the top of this ramp. Additional track. Environment is where we have trees and hills, clouds and stones. Also at my billboard I threw under there. Clouds are up here. The checkpoint rings we have there as well. This Kart Academy is for the AI. Checkpoints. So these I added in individually, and then I had to connect them to the ML agents, the AI. So as they're going around, they're looking for these in order in sequence. So they're going to try to drive to this first wall, and then they're going to try to drive to the second wall, and so on and so forth. And so these walls all go around the track, and that's what the AI is looking for as it goes around. And they're surprisingly good. I was impressed. Let's touch on a few things. So colors, I'm actually going to colors when I start playing the game. You'll see right now they are not in their full effect in this viewing mode. I went for kind of a futuristic view here, so things will start glowing a little bit more once the play starts. So we'll get into that. So let's go touch on billboards. We have the content, and the content is, yeah, set up for that camera view. So frame to that billboard. Speed pads, monkeyed with some acceleration. The speed pad up here, it's up on this ramp, actually has some gravity added to it. So it adds gravity to your car for a little bit so you don't fly off too far. So you get a boost, but then you land as well within a reasonable distance. It's fun to go flying, but it makes it tough to win. Yeah, a lot of altered colors there. As far as the guy here goes, I went in and added a particle effect to the muffler of the car. So let's go into the car body, and under the exhaust there we have this particle system. So here it'll display it in motion here, and it's outlining what we're looking at. So we have different kind of blend of colors that'll come out. So as you look in here, you'll see some are lighter, some are darker. It kind of shifts back and forth there. We got some start speed and start size for those particles. Emissions, so yeah, how fast they're coming out. Shape, so what shape they're coming out. By default, it is a cone, but it's kind of a more typical cone shape, so it comes up pretty wide, but I wanted to come out fairly straight back from the car. Noise, so this adds some turbulence, so you see that they bounce up and down periodically as if there's wind in the background, so that's added in there as well. And yeah, so yeah, I'll give a demo here. Let's do it right here in the game. But yeah, otherwise the website works as well. I've tested that out. So let's go ahead and give it a try here. And you'll see these colors pop here once it loads up. Okay. And we got our little bumpy section there. Racing right along. Hit a checkpoint. You'll see the trigger up there on the screen. So if I can hit this boost. And I ran off the road. Sometimes you can get back on, sometimes you can't. Oh no. It doesn't actually track that if the AIs go through the ring or not. Oh. And sometimes they get stuck because they don't know to go through the ramp. But there it is. There's my kart racer. I hope you liked it. Feel free to post any comments or ask any questions. And I look forward to seeing all the other games. Thank you.